start in mountain pose with our feet firmly planted on the ground, sending our roots like the roots of the mountain down to the ground, into the earth. Be aware of your toes and how your weight can go back and forth until you find a centering of your feet. Allow your awareness to come up your legs, up into your torso, up into your chest as you find that balance in the mountain posture. Let your shoulders roll down your back, your chin tuck slightly, and your crown of your head grow a little bit more towards the heavens. Go inside yourself and find a stillness as you arrive on the mat with the stillness and calmness of the mountain. Let's take a few deep ujjayi breaths together. And let's begin our practice with a grounded mindfulness, setting an intention for the day. Perhaps to find joy in the smallest of places, in the stillest moments, and in the busiest moments. Bring your hearts to your hands to your heart. And take another deep breath here as you exhale completely. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Look up and bring the arms down with the exhale. Let's marry the breath, inhalation with the arm raising, and the exhalation with the arm lowering. The third time again, synchronizing the breath with the movement. This next time, let's do a forward fold, and we'll come up. Hinge from the hips, reach forward, and fold down. Inhale up, raising the arms up. Feet rooted to the earth. And exhale down. Loose shoulders and neck. Pause. Inhale up. Warming up the spine. And exhale down. This time we'll hold. If you want to grasp your elbows with your hands to get a little weight from gravity, keep your knees generously bent. Allow the weight of the belly to settle in on the thigh if it can. And just feel a gentle stretch in your hamstrings, in the belly of the muscle, not in the no sharp pain in the joints. If you ever feel that, back off. Focusing on your ujjayi breath. One more breath. Sink a little deeper. Hands come down, and then slowly inhale up. And hands come back to prayer at the heart. Finding that joy in this moment. I feel it. I'm sharing it with you. Well, let's begin with my favorite, Surya Namaskara, sun salutation. Let's exhale together, hands down at the side, and inhale up we go. And exhale, forward fold. Hands line up with the toes. And then left foot comes back, left knee on the ground, and looking forward in a low lunge. And then the right leg comes back, and we go up into a down dog. Hips raised to the sky, pressing in all the fingers and all of the toes. Then we come down, knees come down, chest comes down, chin, and then settle in on your belly into a very gentle cobra, keeping the elbows pulling back, the chin tucked, and the head coming forward. Very gentle. Turn the toes, push up into down dog. You can rock back and forth, warming up. Then look up, and the left leg comes up between the hands, lining up toes with fingertips, settling into that hip. Then exhaling, feet forward and a forward fold. Inhale, coming up, looking up, and hands come down to heart. Inhaling up, exhaling, forward fold. Matching the movement with the breath. Inhaling, right leg back, left leg into down dog. Knees, chest, and chin. Up into cobra, elbows back. Exhale into down dog. Look up, and the right leg comes forward between the hands. Exhaling, left leg forward. Inhale, rolling up. And exhale, hands to prayer. That's inhaling, flowing with the breath. Maybe a little faster now. Left leg back, inhale. Right leg back, exhale, down dog. Knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, right leg forward. Inhale, hands come up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Again, right side as we inhale up. Exhale, gracefully, slowly down. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, left leg back. Knees, chest, and chin. Exhale, down dog. Look up, right leg inhales. Left leg inhales forward. Exhales forward. Coming up. And hands to the heart. Do this again on the right side. Inhale, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, left leg back. Coming down. Cobra inhales up. Exhale, pushing up into down dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, left. Inhaling all the way up. And exhaling down. Inhale up again. Exhale, last set. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling into cobra. Exhaling, down dog. Inhale, left leg, low lunge. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg up. And hands swoop up to the sky. One more, last one. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, down dog. Coming down, zigzagging into a cobra. Warming up, exhaling into down dog. Right leg forward. Left leg forward. And inhaling up. Let's do one more set silently on your own with your own pace. Just following your breath, and I'll be silent doing my own breath. And when you're done, coming to the top of your mat, settling into mountain, going into the inward journey of within, and noticing how your breath and your movement embody what you're feeling and how your awareness has maybe slightly shifted. Hopefully you feel nice and warm as we begin some standing postures. Let's start with a tree because, well, tree is always a lovely one. The leaves are back now that it's spring, so shift your weight, bring your right knee up, or whatever your favorite knee is, and then turn your leg out so that your hips, you can put your hands on your hips, that they are parallel with the long edge of your mat if you turn sideways, or that they are square. Your foot is pressed firmly into either your ankle, your calf, or higher in your thigh, but not at your knee. So your foot is grounded in as you feel a counter pressing. You can press your hands together to feel that firmness, that steadiness. Drop your center of balance a little bit down and find a drishti, a point to look at that's not moving. And then slowly, when you're ready, grow your branches, arms raising up overhead, and however you want, arms together or apart, like the cottonwood tree, otherwise known as balsam popular. And I love, it's my favorite smell in the world, is the smell of the new sap of the cottonwood trees in my yard. It's also a balm We'll come down, right knee comes up and down. It's a balm called the Balm of Gilead. Let's shift over to the other side. So the other knee comes up in front of you, and then turn out your knee, placing your foot firmly, pressing the foot in, hands together, center of gravity drops. Maybe tuck your tailbone a little and tuck your chin for better posture with those natural soft curves in your back. Being playful if you fall in and out of it, but just finding your drishti to help you as you grow your branches. And take several ujjayi breaths. Kind of channeling your tree energy, rooted, grounded, dynamic with the wind and the seasons, growing ever longer. People ask me how I grew my tree in my living room. It was the time, it's called time. Just live in a place for, 23 years and you can grow a tree in your living room. Okay, we've done our tree. Let's do eagle because there's a lot of eagles coming around. So shift your weight to your left side, bring that right knee up, and then cross the right knee over the left. And if you can, you might be able to wrap it around, or if you're feeling a little balance challenge, you can put a block under your foot, or just try to keep that pressure of the knees together, that inner thighs pressing together. And then fly your arms out with a big inhale, and then exhale, your right arm swoops under your left. I'm not mirroring it, so I don't think I am anyway, unless the camera switches it around. So right under the left, so you're just balanced into a little bit of a chair, sitting back. Arms and elbows can come up if that's comfortable, chin tucked. Finding the focus of the raptor, the eagle, as it's swoops, getting ready to dive. You can dive down, exhale. Inhale, come up a little. Exhale, down. Inhale up. And just try to find stillness and playfulness if you don't find stillness. And then when you're ready, inhale up, knee up, arms out to the side, and back down. Noticing how you feel. Taking a breath to reset. And then inhale your opposite leg up. I'm doing my left leg up. It's going to cross over. So whatever leg you raise up, then bring that leg, if it was your left leg, bring the left arm under the right arm. You can stay with your hands out like this. If that's good for your shoulders, you can touch the ground anytime to find a little bit of stability. You might notice that one side is different from the other. I tend to do my favorite side first. Inhale up, exhale into a little mini chair, sitting back. Inhaling up, playing with your balance. Exhaling, focusing. Again, up and down. And down, out. Your arms, knee up, and exhale back. Okay, let's do one or two more standing flows. Come to the top of your mat. We'll do a warrior 1 and 2 flow. So inhale up, exhale left foot back into warrior 1. Hips stay parallel with the short edge of the mat, so they are square. You can turn your left leg back a little bit, press into your right knee, and exhale down. Inhale up, straight leg, exhale down. Hands can be together or slightly apart. Inhaling and exhaling dynamically, really pushing in the back edge of the left foot and engaging the belly as you come up and down. And then settle into warrior one for a breath or two. Feeling the earth move. No, it's not an earthquake. And exhaling. And then turn into warrior two. So you might shift your weight a little bit. This time your hips are going to be, instead of facing the short edge, they're going to face the long edge of the mat. They're going to be parallel with it. And your hands come out at shoulder distance. Again, inhaling the right arm over, left hand down the back leg. Exhaling, looking forward. Inhaling, right arm up and over, revolving the triangle. Exhaling, focusing. Inhale up again. And exhale down. Hold for a couple breaths. Letting the shoulders settle down the back. Feeling strength in the spine, tucking the chin a little bit. Feeling broad in the chest and the collarbone. You don't have to be low to feel this. Be where it's comfortable, where you're feeling the stretch and strength. Good alignment is more important than how deep you go. And how you go from day to day is different. Let's inhale, arms up again. And then exhale, them coming down into a low lunge on either side of your right foot. Come back into a little transition vinyasa up into down dog, pushing the hips up into the sky. And then coming down into that up dog. Just broad. And then exhale to down dog again. And this time, step your left leg forward and swoop your arms up into warrior one. Hands can come to the hips just to feel how the hips are even, like the bowl that you have of your pelvis is trying to be as balanced as possible. It may not be possible. Hands are gently either overhead with a big ball that you're holding, or if you feel like it, go for your hands together. Inhale up, straight legs like a pyramid. Exhale down, pressing into the back edge of the first foot, back foot. Inhale up and down. Last time coming up, it's a small movement, for me anyway. Exhaling down, and a couple breaths. Feeling strong. Virabhadrasana 1. The warrior. You may be able to settle in a little more. And then exhale into warrior 2. I'm going to turn around. The left knee is over the left foot, the shoulders are broad and hands out wide. Hips, again, are lined with the long edge of the mat. And let's do some dynamic breaths, breathing in and up with the left arm coming up. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhaling. Revolving your warrior. Exhaling down. And then holding for several ujjayi breaths. Focusing on your breath. Focusing on your feet planted firmly, pressing into the ground. Broad in your chest. Wide in the collarbone. Last deep breath. And then inhaling up, revolving the hands down on the left foot, coming back into down dog. Coming back down into an up dog. And again, down dog. And then And look up and make your way to the middle of your mat. Coming up with a big inhalation and exhaling down. Close your eyes and feel again how we feel in the rebound after doing warrior. Let's do a little flow. I like this one. It's a child, cat, dog flow. So we'll come down on our knees and go back into child's pose. Hands come out in front. Take a couple breaths to settle in. Inhale up into cat. Exhale into down dog. Take another deep breath, settling in, pushing into the hands, loosening the neck, relaxing. And then coming down onto the knees and raising up into camel, because why not? And then settling down into child's. Another deep breath, and then put your hands forward, come up into cat, looking up with your nose, and nose goes down, rounding the chest as the heart comes up. Inhaling into down dog, exhaling. And then knees come down, camel, raising the arms up, raising the chest to the sky, and settling down into the wonderful child. Restorative, surrendering, balasana. One more time, we'll come up into cat. Inhaling and exhaling. Pushing up into dog with an inhale and an exhale. And then a camel. And one more time into balasana. And then we're going to do a little bit of a inversion. So today we're going to do, if you're feeling playful, you want to try to practice for a headstand, we could try for a headstand. If you can't do a headstand, I'll show you some warm-ups and some tips on it, but you can always do this against a wall. I don't really recommend a window so much. Or don't do it at all if you have any neck or shoulder problems. But we start out on our hands and knees with our elbows on the ground, and then clasp each elbow with your hand, and then bring them together and interlace your fingers. Then put your head down so that well, depending on your hairline is somewhat on the ground, and your hands are kind of cradling the top to the back of your head. Then just practice turning your toes under and just pushing up with your hands so that your head is almost touching but not quite. So feeling that space in the shoulder blade so that you have the stable area of the elbows, and the shoulders are doing most of the work by pushing away. Now we can begin just a gentle beginning of warming up. If you've never done this before, you might want to just try pushing with that weight so there's very little weight on your neck, and then raising your hips up so that your hips are kind of over your head. This is a beginning stage. If you've never done it before, you could lift one leg in, or if you're building strength, lift the other foot towards the buttocks, back and forth. And then you can just practice that to do some strengthening. And then at some point, you may be able to just kind of rock back and forth and bring both feet up in a little ball. And then when you feel comfortable, I don't know if comfortable is the right word, but if you feel confident, pushing into your elbows and reaching the toes towards the ceiling. So there's not that much weight on your head. It's mostly on your your elbows. Breathing in. And then when you want to come down, bring the knees down slowly into that ball again. And then to the ground. However, slowly is better. And then back into child's pose. So again, doing that in front of a wall is always a good idea. And doing it in stages, building up strength over a period of weeks or months is recommended. And then we can come over onto our back and do a little bit of a shoulder stand. So come onto your back with your knees into your chest, rock back and forth. And you can always do just legs up the wall with your legs straight up over your hips. You can put your hands under your hips or a pillow or a block to raise up. Or you can come up into a half shoulder stand, which is where most of the weight is on your wrists and your hands, locking your elbows in. This is kind of a half. And then if you're feeling confident, you have more flexibility in your upper thoracic spine, you can, push up more, but just stay, don't overdo it. Stay where you're comfortable. This is where I'm comfortable. Focus on your ujjayi breath. And always don't move your head to look at anything but your toes. There's a little bit of a pressure on your neck, so you don't want to ever move when you're in this position. Just protect your neck. Again, pressing into the elbows, creating a little bit of space in the throat. Giving a moment to allow the reversal of your blood flow, mix it up with some gravity, bringing the blood down to your torso and your head. Whenever you're ready, you can sort of bend your knees into your forehead. If you want to have straight legs and go into plow, you can. And coming down anytime you want with your knees coming back down, hands on the ground, and slowly rolling down. One vertebrae at a time. If your back feels a little funny, you can keep your knees together and your feet apart, or you can straighten your legs if it all feels good, and bring those shoulder blades in a mini shavasana. Just surrendering, going in, finding joy. Just doing a little body scan and see if any areas feel not good. If they do not feel good, then you shouldn't do that. But if they feel just a little tight, you might just try to consciously relax them. Relax your tongue and your mouth. It's a good way to relax your whole body. Now bring your knees up and we'll do a final spinal twist, twisting the right knee over to the left side, taking a couple deep breaths. And then just breathing as long as you want and switching over to the other side. And then back, rocking back and forth. Do a little happy baby. And then you're ready to just take a moment for Shavasana. Scanning your body, relaxing. Staying as long as you want. You can also roll to your side slowly and sitting up for a little breathing and settling in. Find joy. Namaste.